24 февраля 1988 года состоялся матч финального этапа Олимпиады в Калгари между сборными СССР и Канады. В первом матче второго этапа сборная СССР встретилась с хозяевами турнира. В Канаде многие верили, что в Калгари Великая Красная Машина даст бой, потому что Советский Союз не смог выиграть чемпионат мира 1987 года в Вене, уступил в финале Кубка Канады и проиграл на домашнем турнире на приз известий, который, как считалось, был генеральной репетицией перед Олимпиадой. На турнире в Москве первое место заняли как раз канадцы, обыграв советскую сборную со счетом 3-2. Так что у звездной команды Виктора Тихонова был шанс поквитаться за предыдущие поражения. Тем более за Канаду играли НХЛовцы. Среди игроков лучшей лиги мира были два действующих обладателя Кубка Стэнли. Рэнди Грег, который ушел из Эдмонтона, чтобы принять участие во вторых для себя зимних Олимпийских играх, и голкипер Энди Мук, у которого возникли разногласия по контракту с клубом НХЛ. А также капитан Калгари Джим Пиплинский, молодой вратарь Шон Бург и ветеран Стив Тамбеллини. Остальные игроки из НХЛ в составе сборной Канады были малоизвестны.
But I think if he's going into the dressing room relaxed, it's going to show on his team and how they come out and approach this game. And this is one game that you can't go out there and let the butterflies control your hands.
Ron Roosh has made his way from down in the corner at ice level up to the broadcast booth. A little bit of tension here tonight, sir.
Oh, you could feel it. Everywhere around the gateway down there where the ice machine, the Olympia as they call it, goes off the ice. People are leaning over. What do you think is going to happen? Can we beat them? It's been like that all day, really, around the Saddle Dome. People are here to watch other games, but they're all pointing towards this one tonight, including that man, of course, who has done so well, Viktor Tikhonov, of running this team over the years, a full decade. And he now is up against it a little bit. He knows he's no longer in first place. If he loses, it's going to be a real scramble down the stretch.
Here we go with Hampshire against Larionov as the Soviets and Canada are underway here in Calgary. Number 4, Tony Styles for Canada. Bouncing it off the boards, and Ken Berry deflects it in. This is Fetisov back for the Soviets. Stick handling out of there to Larionov. He tipped it ahead, and here comes Karutov, number 9, into Canada's zone. Karutov bumped by Styles, cuts back of the net, trying to center. Karutov does, but Styles there to break it up, and now Trent Yanni carries out for Canada. Long shot out on the wing for Karutov. Gives it to Makarov. Back on the point, Kasatonov centered. Burke cleared it away, and then Harpin knocked it into the corner. Here's Makarov. To Fetisov. Over to Kasatonov. Centered, deflected by Krutov. Makarov now dropping it back. And number 2, Fetisov to Kasatonov. Into Larionov, but the pass hopped over his stick. Krutov to Kasatonov. Into Makarov. Centered, intercepted there on a good play by Schreiber. Go back with number 29, Kravchuk. Starting to carry up. Cleared to center. Back comes Canada. Boisvert moving in, and a backhander by Schreiber. Wide of the net. And then the Soviet goal is knocked loose. Meanwhile, Canada thought the Soviets should have had a penalty on the play. Bekoff wins the draw, but the shot is blocked, and Canada come up with it, and it's cleared out by Malinowski. After it, Pavlinski has the man with him. The Tambellini shoots. Missed by about a foot. Canada's best chance of the game. Shot to center, and Homatov for the Soviets moving in. Homatov trying to get it in front. Knocked away by Styles. Here's Bekoff. Back on the point. Shot wide of the target by Gusarov. And then Tambellini tied up his man. Here's Kamiensky. Styles knocks him down. And then to make sure, just jumped on top of him. And we get a stoppage. Yaremchuk, number 13. Ken Yaremchuk carries outside the line, checked by Tierney. And here's a chance for Mogilny, moves in, missed the net. He had Lomakin with him, but elected to shoot, and he missed by about a foot. Larionov to Makarov, leaving it there for Fetisov, who comes up with the play. Then he missed his pass to Larionov. Pinching in is Biakin, number 6. Got it into the corner. Berry can't clear it. Here's Biakin to Larionov. Larionov got away from Styles to Krutov. Big save, Burke. and Makarov missed on the rebound. Big face-off as Cherny, number 21, takes it against Brian Bradley. Bradley gets the draw to Felix, but the shot blocked. McGillney has a break. Waters chasing McGillney. Burke the save on McGillney. And then Felix able to clear it out. Canada got the center. Kravchuk knocks it down. Back the other way comes Cherny. Cherny all tied up by Waters. And now Canada's Barry or Bradley got at the center. To Boisvert to Bradley. Into Boisvert. Cuts in. Shoots, and that hit the skate of Kravchuk and bounced away. Face-off won by Canada. Felix off the boards, but Big Semyonov is there to flip it into the corner. Greg came over to take him. Now Yashin out in front. Shoots. He scores! Number 25, Sergei Yashin, comes from behind the net, and the Soviets at the 45-second mark of the second period lead 1-0.
Well, you're not going to see quickness like that very often. Yashin, with a tremendous burst, he went one way and then went the other. As the puck goes behind the net, we missed it completely on that one.
Только в начале второго периода была заброшена первая шайба в матче. Отличился Сергей Яшин. 1-0.
Back to Fetisov. Now down right wing comes Kearney. Trying to go around Zalewski. Centered. In front, a shot on the net is knocked loose as the Soviet player had been knocked in there. And that stops play. Here's Homatov into the corner. Side of the net to Bekov. Back on the point. Here's Biakin. Into the side of the goal to Homatov. Got it in front. Shot by Bekov. Right on, and Burke comes up big. And held on. Here's Homatov. In front to Bekov, and Burke got a piece of that. That Bekov worked his way into the slot and made a deflection. Now Homatov to Bekov. He scores! Same combination again. And Bekov on the power play makes it 2-0 for the Soviets.
Well, Canada outmanned in the slot. Bekov was alone in front twice. He got the deflection right on Burke the first time, and on the second time, Bekov was able to steer it right up.
На 8-й минуте второго периода советская сборная реализовала большинство. После великолепной передачи Хомутова шайбу забросил Вячеслав Быков. 2-0.
Taken over at the Soviet line by Fetisov to Larionov to Makarov. Makarov, wrist shot, Burke. Glove save. And he held on to it, and then Randy Gregg spins Makarov around in the goal crease.
Well, they don't score a lot of goals, but I think now is the time.
3 for 16 on the power play during this tournament. Canada center, Hapside shoots. Oh, and he shot it just wide. Great chance by Hapside. Barry trying to center again. Had to
man you to get that good scoring turn.
Here's Cherny and McGillney on a breakaway. Big save, Sean Burke on the youngster McGillney, who was in alone. And a power play goal by Bekov at 7:22. And they've controlled it since that point. Here's Yaremchuk. Down right wing. Cutting in, got it in front. Mildakov a save. Soviets quickly clear it. Yanni at the point. And as Canada has done for much of the game, they send out Hapside, Barry, and Shervin. The coach talking to McGillney.
McGillney's upset. The coach is really upset.
Was that a pat to go get him, or don't do it again?
Not from Tikhonov, it wasn't. Go get him. That was, what'd you do?
I think he said, but coach, they're whacking at you. Loses it, and back comes Yaremchuk. Makarov out of the penalty box. Pass to Zalewski. Shoots up high off the glass. Hapside trying to center. Broken up and cleared back out. Here's Kurutov to Makarov. Moving in, a chance. And missing was Semyonov as he went to his backhand. Now centered and off a skate. And Burke had to be sharp and alert on that one. Soviets, Ron, playing almost a letter-perfect game right here.
Well, right now they've just got Canada tied so completely up.
There's an offensive chance by Kamensky that Burke had to stop. Centered. And now Poplinski starts back. Kamensky held it in. To Homatov. Into Kamensky. Kamensky cuts in. Burke slid out, made the save. Zalapsky loses now. McGillney giving it to Beckhoff. Beckhoff tied up by Zalapsky and ridden out. Bill Grau over to get it. To Yaremchuk. And he circles his own goal. Yaremchuk lost it. Held in by Lomakin. Side of the net. Mogilny shoots. He scores! The youngster Mogilny to make it 3-0 for the Soviet Union.
Well, Canada just simply could not get out of its own zone. McGillney celebrating, of course, but they kept trying, and things would happen. They turn it over before they got to the line. Canada feeling the pressure of almost a full court press, and here's Mogilny just getting it alone aside of the net and putting it, I think, between the pads of Burke.
I think Sean.
Here's the turnover right here. That was the key to it.
I think Sean.
На 8-й минуте третьего периода с передачи Ломакина третью шайбу в матче забросил молодой Александр Могильный. 3-0.
This the youngster, and that's his second goal of this tournament. Lomakin assisting. 8 minutes the time. Gives the Soviets a 3-0 lead. Now Sherman for Canada drive. Rebound to half side, but Milnikov able to hold it out. Almost had to win this game to stay alive, and I think we agree, Ron.
Well, they now really are up against it.
Loose puck. Burke comes out, cleared it. Knocked down. Gusarov now the Svetlov in front. Semyonov just missed on a backhand. Here's Semyonov again. Now Svetlov out in front. Centered it. Biakina drive, and Burke kicked out his right pad to stop that. In the corner is Yashin, and he's tied up on the play by Felix. Puck came loose to the point. Gusarov. And here comes Homatov for the Soviets. Puts on the brakes. Tries to make a play, does. Lomakin in front. Beckhoff is stopped by Burke from close in.
Don't fault Burke on this game. He has been outstanding.
Centered again. Kasatonov a shot, and that one blocked by Sherman. And now Canada's Hampshire starts back. Not as far as center. Now Waters firing it in. Slightly down the drain right here against the Soviets. Here's Fetisov into Larionov. Centered in front, they score! Karutov on as pretty a passing play as you will see.
That was just magic. That puck went 1, 2, 3 into the net.
Well, just a great play by the Soviets. Maybe it's the clinic Dan was talking about.
На 17-й минуте третьей 20-минутки пятерка Ларионова организовала четвертую шайбу. Передачи на счету Фетисова и профессора Игоря Ларионова, который отдал гроссмейстерскую передачу на Крутова, и 9-й номер отправил шайбу в ворота. 4-0.
And the Soviets have a 4-0 lead. Here's Waters getting it to center. Lomakin knocks it down. Here's Makarov breaking away. In the clear, scores! Makarov makes it 5-0.
Well, all of a sudden they're getting loose. Canada now has kind of come out of its checking game, and they're getting free on them. That makes it 5-0. Makarov.
If you want to see the strength of the Soviet players, now this guy is not a big guy. Makarov, right now, Makarov, watch him.
Чуть больше полутора минут прошло после гола Крутова, как Бурк вновь доставал шайбу из сетки своих ворот. Отличился Сергей Макаров. 5-0.
With 18 seconds left, and Makarov flies out of his own zone and just drops it back to the defenseman Biakin. They're protecting the shutout for their goaltender in this game, Sergei Milnikov. Puck cleared down the ice. Greg back to get it with 1 second left. Just time for a face-off in the Soviet end of the rink, and I'm sure everyone would just have soon seen that final second tick off.
Well, shutouts seem to be the norm in the medal round. Of all the games played in the medal round last Olympics, there were 4 shutouts. There were only 4 games played in the medal round, and 4 shutouts. 2 of the 3 now in this medal round have been shutouts, and there it is, another one.
A long evening for Canada comes to an end, and the Soviets go 6-0. They outshoot Canada.
Игра завершилась разгромной победой советской сборной со счетом 5-0. В следующей встрече сборная СССР встречалась со сборной Швеции. Спасибо вам за просмотр. Если вам понравилось это видео, то ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь на канал и увидимся в следующих видео.